My dearest Jeffrey, there must be more to life than having everything, but I won't tell you what it is. We have certain things in common, and enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday. Signed, Donald Trump. How is that? Is that good?
What's up, guys? Spenny. One of the most entertaining hoaxes pulled on President Trump over the last few years has been the Wall Street Journal Jeffrey Epstein letter hoax, where the Wall Street Journal wants you to believe that Donald Trump spent a lot of time writing typewriter letters, poems, and sonnets of a Shakespearean style to Jeffrey Epstein in the moonlight while weeping into an inkwell. I kid you not. And then making spicy drawings of naked women for Jeffrey Epstein, while musing in this vaudevillian tome, voiceover, there must be more to life than having everything. Donald, yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. Jeffrey, nor will I, since I also know what it is. Donald, we have certain things in common. Jeffrey, yes, we do, come to think of it. Donald, enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. Trump, a true pal is a wonderful thing. May every day be another wonderful secret. The president is supposed to have written to Jeffrey Epstein. And this might have worked, actually, were it not for the fact that we know that President Trump talks like this.
That have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
This is the same guy. This guy right here.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
This guy's the one who supposedly wrote enigmatic poems on a typewriter and then made hand-drawn illustrations. I don't think so. I don't think so. It might have worked were Donald Trump not the single most famous man walking the earth today and somebody who just really hasn't changed. But the Wall Street Journal, well, who got roasted for this, the Wall Street Journal presenting their Trump toppling Epstein story. Are you ready? Hey, there's nothing there. Trump doesn't even talk like this at all. This was several years before Epstein was originally arrested, obviously. This is BS, and I hope the Wall Street Journal gets sued into oblivion. Even Ghislaine Maxwell, when being interviewed by the feds, said, do you remember getting a letter from President Trump for Jeffrey Epstein's birthday? Ghislaine Maxwell was allegedly the one who put all this together. She says, I don't. Did you ever get anything from President Trump at all in Discovery? Oh, in my Discovery, President Trump, there was nothing from President Trump, says Ghislaine Maxwell. So Ghislaine Maxwell, who allegedly put all this together, says it was a hoax. All of this stuff comes from the DOJ, by the way. Like the original reporting was from people inside of the Department of Justice who are leaking it to the Wall Street Journal, and President Trump sued the Wall Street Journal. Now, you know all of this. This has all been reported. Trump delivers on promise to sue Wall Street Journal and Rupert Murdoch over Epstein birthday card. President Trump, who called all of this a hoax, has now sued Rupert Murdoch, the Wall Street Journal, and the Dow Jones for billions of dollars. President Trump says it will be an interesting experience. President Trump suing the Wall Street Journal for a lot of money for defaming him. So this is something that obviously caught a lot of attention. Donald Trump is seeking $10 billion in monetary compensation for the story. And now, ladies and gentlemen, something fascinating has happened. President Trump has had the so-called letter leaked. Oh, yes. And the White House is now responding to this. This is what they say is Donald Trump's letter to Jeffrey Epstein. Here's the poem that is typewritten, right? Not handwritten. Here's the alleged drawing from President Trump. And here's President Trump's signature, proving Trump did it! Ah! Except for just like the commentary of President Trump and how he talks, we know what President Trump's signature looks like, because we see him sign stuff on a near daily basis. Ironically, here's President Trump protecting women in women's sports. He always uses these gigantic President Trump markers. President Trump, who has inarguably the most famous signature on earth, signing these executive orders, again, on a near daily basis, sometimes by the dozen. And then he holds them up to the camera, and literally everyone on earth can see what President Trump's signatures look like. Let's go ahead and zoom in, shall we? What does a President Trump signature look like there? Okay, that is quite a definitive signature. You can see it right there. There you go. He holds it up for everyone. All right. So does that signature look anything like this? No, it does not. The Wall Street Journal publishing Epstein letter with Trump's signature revealed, not Trump's alleged signature, which, of course, the White House, this is Taylor Bundewich, who is the Deputy White House Chief of Staff and Cabinet Secretary, says, okay, here's President Trump's signature. You can literally see all of the signatures of President Trump. He literally signs stuff on a daily basis. This looks literally nothing like that. Now, it's been about a little over 20 years. Does the below from the Wall Street Journal look like the actual signature of President Trump? I don't think so. It's all fake. Could Jeffrey Epstein, who was constantly obsessed over having clout and famous people do nice things for him, and this is how he accelerated his business, in part, is part of the op that I personally believe was run by intel agencies, could he have had this created, forged? Could it be all fake? Yeah, of course it could. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could see that President Trump's signature here does not match. This is now like my entire timeline. I mean, look at this. You can see that the signature that he uses does not match. It's not even his signature. Defamation, pay up. The White House, of course, sounding off on this. Trump is going to bankrupt the Wall Street Journal. Donald Trump's signature, again, has been seen 1 trillion times. It doesn't look like that at all. Now, people do change their signatures. Trump's birthday card, a wonderful secret that the two of them shares. What is he hiding? How will Trump ever recover from this? Again, we know what Trump's signature looks like. Here are numerous signatures of Trump going back to 1993. Could y'all even replicate half a decent one before this BS? Here's Trump's signature from 1984 letter to the New York Times. The Wall Street Journal might want to stay lawyered up. Again, you're gonna have to really bend laws of nature in order and get a graphologist to try and explain away how President Trump's signature has changed so much. Again, an important reminder that they swing at Trump and hit Bill Clinton in the face. Allegedly, the letter that Bill Clinton wrote to Jeffrey Epstein included Clinton complimenting Epstein on his childlike curiosity. The Epstein accusers last week saying, we were on the plane with Clinton. We were on the plane with Clinton, and it was horrifying, and it ruined my life. Yeah, no follow-up questions about that. No follow-up questions about Clinton at all, right? It's so sick. Yep. President Trump saying, yeah, maybe if there's somebody you should lock up, it should be Bill Clinton. You ought to be speaking about Bill Clinton, who went to the island 28 times. I never went to the island. They're a bunch of sick people. Excellent redirection. I don't think this is going to do it. I really don't think so. I don't think this is what you're looking for. I don't think so. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think. I see virtually zero similarities between this and the. We do know Jeffrey Epstein was a liar. You know, he was a manipulator, obviously. I see zero similarity. I mean, I don't see it. Do you see it? And do you see it? Look at this. These signatures, by the way, are not that long. You know, there's like 20 years between these two signatures, maybe less. Really? I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Let me know what you think in the comments. Another funny hoax against Donald Trump busted. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe for the truth. See ya.